I refer first to the need for far greater public information, and second, to the need for far greater official secrecy. The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. It conducts the Cold War, in short, with a wartime discipline no democracy would ever hope or wish to match. That this nation's foes have openly boasted of acquiring through our newspapers information they would otherwise hire agents to acquire through theft, bribery, or espionage. That details of this nation's covert preparations to counter the enemy's covert operations have been available to every newspaper reader, friend and foe alike. That the size, the strength, the location, and the nature of our forces and weapons, and our plans and strategy for their use, have all been pinpointed in the press and other news media to a degree sufficient to satisfy any foreign power. But I am asking the members of the newspaper profession and the industry in this country to re-examine their own responsibilities, to consider the degree and the nature of the present danger, and to heed the duty of self-restraint which that danger imposes upon us all. But I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people, to state our dangers and our opportunities, to indicate our crises and our choices, to lead, mold, educate, and sometimes even anger public opinion. This means greater coverage and analysis of international news, for it is no longer far away and foreign, but close at hand and local. It means greater attention to improved understanding of the news, as well as improved transmission. And it means, finally, that government at all levels must meet its obligation to provide you with the fullest possible information outside the narrowest limits of national security.
The president apparently was shot in the head. He fell face down in the back seat of the car. Blood was on his head. The president is said to be in critical condition at the hospital. He evidently was shot in the head.
And then as the car got directly in front of us with a gunshot apparently from behind us, hit the president in the side of the temple.
Do you think the first gunshot came from behind you too?
I think it came from the same location. Apparently back up on the mall. Let's hit the president in the side of the temple. Let's hit the president in the side of the temple. Let's hit the president in the side of the temple.
You're going halfway down there, I had a shot. You swung to the side like this. Then I had another shot or two, I think it was 1 or 2. I saw his head start to open up, all blood and everything.
Immediately, a Secret Service man said he saw blood spurt from the president's head. Witnesses said they saw blood streaming from his head. Some of the Secret Service agents thought the gunfire orders were from an automatic weapon fired to the right rear of the chief executive's car, possibly from a grassy knoll, and that's that knoll to which motorcycle policemen were seen racing, and where the huddled figures of a man and a woman were seen on the ground with the crowd surrounding. which suggests, of course, that perhaps this is where the shot came from.
President Kennedy, we are told, was shot.
President Kennedy, we are told, was shot in the right temple. President Kennedy, we are told, was shot in the right temple. President Kennedy, we are told, was shot in the right temple. And according to Dr. George Berkeley, the White House medical officer, the White House physician, it was a simple matter of a bullet right through the head.
Clouds broke away, and when the president's big jet set down right on schedule at 25 minutes before the noon hour Central Time, the sun was bright, the crowds were out, the bubble plexiglass cover for the president's limousine was put away.
Texas is in the jump seat right directly in front of the president, and the wife of the governor of Texas is sitting in front of Mrs. Kennedy. The Secret Service are following the car out. They're standing on the running board of the follow-up car, and, as is their custom, until the president's car picks up speed, usually about 20 miles an hour, run alongside of the car. When the car is moving, the Secret Service drop back, jump into the follow-up car, and stay right with him. The driver of the follow-up car keeps his car about no more than 10 feet at the maximum, and usually about 6 feet behind the presidential car at all times, regardless of the speed of the president's car and the speed of the motorcade. The other cars that you see there, I would imagine, are cars for dignitaries and cars for the press corps that follows with the president. One of the cars in the motorcade is a pool car of representatives of the combined news media.
Limousine to drive through streets crowded with cheering Texans. As his car approached a railroad underpass, 3 shots were heard to ring out. Mrs. Kennedy was heard by reporters nearby to scream, "Oh no!" The president, blood gushing from a wound in the head. President Kennedy, we are told, was shot in the right temple. And according to Dr. George Berkeley, the White House medical officer, the White House physician, it was a simple matter of a bullet right through the head. We're told, was shot in the right temple.